Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. So, I want to take the time to say, first of all, today is Christmas Day. I am recording on Christmas Day, but it's the evening. I feel like we're good. The holiday has been celebrated. I've enjoyed myself. I just want to say I am so grateful for all of you because honestly, I am filled with gratitude every time I go reading messages and either they're messages that have been sent to me or messages that you guys are posting as comments, letting me know the impact I'm having with you guys and the changes you've been making. It really, I can't even express, I don't think properly, how my heart just swells with affection. How proud I am of the growth that I see. And yeah, I just really wanted to say that. So Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are enjoying your holidays, and let's get to it. Today's going to be another long one because that's what well, that sounded nasty. Longer format. Let's see what the energy is. Let's see. Time for a nap. And I also, these cards come with multiple ways to read them, and I was drawn to read them in the protection way. So that's the area that I'm going to read. That's the message for today. Ooh, okay. So we got time for a nap, observer, number 24, number 49, and then higher power as number 4. Overall energy. Ooh, the land of milk and honey. I don't know where that came from. But that's in a movie somewhere, isn't it? The land of milk and honey. Anyways, number 51. So let's read these. Let's start with number 51. And let's read the protection message. Well, actually, let's read the essential meanings of it. The taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. And the protection message on it says, a nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly. Before the feelings return, and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Feeling worse than before, you may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You are so loved, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. So this may be what you're doing, like you're putting yourself in a place of feeling good in response to maybe some anxiety or stress. And so you may be drawn to eating more, sleeping more. If you're especially where the holidays, right, you may be drinking a lot of alcohol, or eggnog. You may be creating alcoholic punches. I don't know. You're doing something to like escape reality. And they're saying you just need to think about why you're doing that. Let's look at number 24, time for a nap. And we're going to read the essential meanings and the protection message, okay? So the essential meanings are rest, rejuvenation, and renewal. Temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. And the protection message says, you are a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects, but now you are an empty well. It's ironic that I felt the need to yawn there. So that could be symbolic. Maybe you're really tired. Let's go back. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects, but now you are an empty well and have no reserves for others or for yourself. Don't let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need rest. Exhaustion is calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You will feel like a new person if you take that break. Do it now. Interesting. Okay. Now, number 49. So again, maybe you're working too hard, you're pushing yourself too hard. You might be piling up too many things to do in a day. The essential meanings of this one are perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. The protection message says, ever think sometimes your life options are suction cupped to your face and you can't see beyond yourself? There's a big world out there, a multitude of potential realities that you're unable to perceive at present. So you're a little stuck? It's time to get advice from someone you trust, someone who has better perspective on your circumstances. Other points of view are needed now before you move forward. Take heart. A beautiful vista is waiting for you to drink it in. You just need a little help widening your scope beyond your small self. So because we're reading the protection messages, there may be someone around you who is the observer, and this could be friends, family, relationships, people you're in a relationship with, whatever it is. They're saying, you know, there's people around you that can see things you're not seeing. Maybe because we have a higher power here, this could literally be ask your spirit guides what it is that you're not seeing. Let's see, number 4. Overall energy, conscious contact with the higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. Protection message. Now is the time to examine what you are giving energy and attention to at the back of your mind. If you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments, or... that is so weird, guys. I swear, I was fine before I started this reading. I'm channeling someone here is so tired, like you need to sleep. Wow. Anyways, if you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments or failed expectations, about money or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no greater source than spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. So, okay. Putting all of these together, you are clearly anxious about something to the point where you might not be sleeping or you might not be resting well. And spirit is saying, we are seeing things that you cannot see. We are seeing, first of all, you're protected, you're cared for, your blessings are protected. So let's see what that has to do with today's collective. All right, let's see. What is, okay. Princess of Sacred Circles, first card that came out. That's like the Page of Pentacles, except this deck is a lot more profound. So it's not just a page, it's a princess. 6 of Cups. Okay. And one more, please. These cards are thick. Give me one more. There it is. Prince of Sacred Circles. Okay. So this could be a young couple. Could also be siblings. It could indicate growth. Maybe you used to be at the level of princess knowledge and now you're at the level of the prince. Oh, never mind. Okay, I was right the first time. A young couple, or yeah, it feels a lot more like a couple. No, I would not say this is family. One of you or both of you could belong to very traditional like background. With the Six of Cups, though, there is a potential that it feels familiar somehow. So, okay, let me just put this out there. It does not mean you don't have to have known this person. There's potential, because it's a spectrum. There's potential that you've known this person for a long time, but doesn't have to be. This could also represent the fact that maybe their culture reminds you of your own culture. Like I used to, past tense, I used to have a friend that I was very close to, and she was Italian. And I remember when I was around her family, it felt like being around my family, even though I had never met them before. In good and bad ways, right? So let's see. Let's read these. Let's read the Two of Cups, because I love the extra perspective that the author put into these cards. Like we already know what the Two of Cups means, but I like the way that they add stuff to it. I like looking at the perspective of the artist, the creator. So this clearly represents love, marriage, friendship renewed, reciprocal affection or passion, reunion or reconciliation following a separation. The beloved mirrors the lover, bonds of affinity, sympathy, understanding, empathy that may be karmic. Let's remember that. Now, karma doesn't always have to be painful, right? This could be beautiful karma you've built up, and now you're getting a great partner. But it could also be, there is potential that this could be a family reunion. Hopefully you guys are not this close. Let's see. Let's look at the Princess of Sacred Circles so we have a better idea of what the hell's going on. Now, I will say that this is something you may have walked away from before, because 6 and 2 of Cups is the 8 of Cups. So there is the potential that this is somebody coming back around. It doesn't have to be, though, because it could also be maybe you walked away from a certain part of your life and said, I'm not going to date right now because of this, this, and that. And now you're coming back around to dating. So it could be that as well. So the Princess of Sacred Circles, she represents Mother Earth, a person with a strong connection with Earth, which can manifest as concern for the environment, concern for animals and children, or domestic concerns of the home and hearth. The traditional meanings of thrift, diligence, and benevolence apply here, as well as the negative implications of waste and laziness. Okay. So, okay. Well, there we go. Let's look at the Prince of Sacred Circles before we look at this. He represents father-son, learning experiences, reverence for the growth processes made possible through the union of the sun and the earth. Can represent one's genetic father. Hopefully, again, you guys are not this close. Or a fatherly role model, a tutor, a teacher, or a mentor who shares knowledge and wisdom. One who nurtures the young, helping to develop newly planted ideas and concepts. Okay. So again, this does not have to be romantic. The Two of Cups, like I read the meaning, it can literally just, I can't talk. It can imply an affinity between two people, right? A really close bond. Does not have to be family. I only said family because it's the same suit, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be that you two are energetically a match in some way. But someone is, and that has come up continuously. Someone is coming in to teach you, or you could be the one coming in to teach someone else. Let's see. Let's look at the Six of Cups. All right, Six of Cups, memories, childhood, the past impinging on the present. I was like, what? Impinging, okay. Looking to the past for inspiration, longing for simpler, less complicated times, a desire to resurrect the past, also avoidance of negative childhood issues. Okay, so again, depending on where you're at, right, in your personal development, in your growth, this could represent someone from the past coming back. Maybe it's a karmic lesson that you need to fully face. Or two, it could be that you're not going to get involved with anyone from the past, but you have some sort of negative childhood issue that you need to face, and you feel like you can't do it alone because you can't see it. Remember, the observer was talking about sometimes our life is suction cupped to our nose, at the end of our nose, and we can't see outside of that. And we need someone with perspective to help us out. So let's see. Clarify Princess of Sacred Circles. Knight of Wands. Clarify Princess of Sacred Circles. Ace of Wands. Six of Cups. With the World. Ooh, the Fool. Eight of Cups. Okay, Eight of Cups again. Makes me think that this could be somebody coming back. Now, because of the way it shifted, this is the person coming back. So this could be somebody who cares a lot about animals or the environment, or maybe they care about children. You may be the mentor. But this is probably somebody you walked away from, or they may remind you of somebody that you walked away from. Now, with the Fool and the World card here, I don't know, guys. The Fool card is kind of giving me the feeling like this person, especially paired with the Knight of Wands, this could be somebody who's a little impulsive. Maybe they're the ones doing this. They're the ones in this energy of overindulging because they're running from some sort of karmic patterns, and they may be coming to you for help. With the Ace of Wands, though, I gotta say it. I've got to say it. Especially because we have the Two of Cups and we have them in the same suit. Even if you are not attracted to this person, they may be attracted to you. But I do feel like this is someone you already know. And if it's not someone you already know, they feel familiar some way. Even if they're from a totally different culture than yours, it could feel familiar. Maybe it doesn't even have to be the culture that feels familiar. It could be maybe they remind you of a cousin. Like I had this one friend, and I used to love this. She kind of dropped off the radar. But I used to really love being around her because she reminded me of one of my cousins. And that cousin and I were really close. I love that cousin. And being around her made me feel like I was around my cousin again. So maybe this is something like that, you know? But with the World card, they could be coming from a very different part of the world. Or with the World card here, it could also indicate the internet. They may be contacting you, if I could talk, on a social media platform of some sort. Let's see. Oh. Tell you about the Six of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. The Tower. Okay. So you don't see this coming at all. Oh no, you you definitely don't see this coming. Not with the Moon. Whoever you think it is, it's not that person. Let's just put it that way. Because with the Moon, you have no fucking clue. This is someone that you probably forgot even existed. I feel like they've been observing, but not in a stalkery way. So this could be somebody you already have on your friends list. Because I don't see this being like, I had the Ten of Cups here and then I had it over here too. I don't think this is someone you dislike. It could just be that you just kind of dropped off their radar, like I just mentioned. But they've been watching you blossom from far away. They've been watching you grow, even if you're not aware of it. In fact, you might not realize that this person now looks up to you, because even if this is someone who already does what you do, they still see you a level above them. Not a lot, but still, because princess and the prince, there's still growth. This is a student and this is a mentor. So they're still seeing you in that place. The Ten of Pentacles, I really feel like if this is not family, and hopefully it's not, because it's kind of weird that they would have a crush on you. If it's not family, it's somebody that you may have seen as family. Maybe they were close to your family, or they were somebody that you hung out with a lot till you felt like this is, this is someone I consider part of my familial circle, even if they're not blood related. But yeah, this is interesting, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is there's something about this it's going to change. I don't know, something's going to shift. I don't feel like it's a bad shift though. With the Ten of Pentacles, in fact, it may be a really good shift. Although the Ten of Pentacles can indicate family, it could also indicate that something about this will set you on the right path for abundance, and you may not see it clearly initially. Oh, I want to mention something real quick. I'm not going on a rant or anything, but it's something I've seen from multiple people, and they have spiritual pages. They do readings. And I've seen a lot of frustration when messages are coming through, but people don't know what they mean. I've been itching to talk about that, and I feel like it's relevant here. Because something I understood, I'm not really sure at what point in my spiritual journey it clicked for me, but your guides, they cannot always be telling you what to do. Their main job is to present information to you. And then your job is to decide what to do with that information. Because that's a big part of the test. It's almost like life is like a choose your own adventure scenario. We all start at different points, right? But your guides are not always allowed to give you the answer, because that would be cheating. You need to know, and they also can't point you in the right direction, because that would be considered cheating. So for example, I've mentioned this before, that when I got into witchcraft, one of the first things I saw, and it was the most popular thing to look up in witchy groups, was how to dominate, do a love domination spell. And initially I thought, oh, that's cool. I can have anybody I want fall in love with me. And I started looking into it until I realized, I researched it and it just didn't sit right in my soul. And I had been asking for power, and they led me to witchcraft. But they didn't tell me which type of witchcraft to use and which one not to. They were like, here, and they stepped back. It was my job to say, that doesn't sit right with me. I don't want to do that. And then because I reacted that way, they started giving me more information. But again, a lot of times your guides will just give you the information and step back. You decide what you want to do with it. Because if we're aware, if they warn us ahead of time, all the different lessons we're going to go through, a lot of times we will avoid the lesson, because nobody likes pain, right? Nobody likes suffering. And so if we know that a specific person is going to break our heart, we're like, fuck out of here with that shit. But maybe that heartbreak was meant to pull our growth in a specific way. It's supposed to inspire us, or maybe we had to do that thing that doctors do where a bone breaks, but it didn't set correctly and they have to re-break it to set it correctly. Sometimes our heart is bottled up and it needed to be burst open, even if it's through a heartbreak, so that it can really heal. So I'm saying all that to say that the information here feels a little ambiguous. And since the information feels ambiguous, it means that this is the type of situation where they're just going to put the information in front of you. And they're not supposed to. It's not their job to be telling you what the fuck to do. Especially not if you serve any dark mother. Dark mothers are protective, but they want you to have a fucking backbone. They want you to have boundaries. They want you to have discernment. You should have your own insights. You should have a strong and powerful intuition. They don't need to be leading you by the hand, telling you what to do at every step and turn. That's not how they work. So if you expect that, you're going to end up really frustrated, because that's not what spirituality is either. And something about this feels like that. It feels like this is somebody coming in and that's all they're telling you. This person's coming in. You may end up being their mentor or their student, depending on which side of this you're on. But they're not telling you what the outcome of this will be. They're just, look at all the major arcanas. They're just telling you it's a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. Clarified Prince of Sacred Circles. And by the way, if you're on Patreon, in a little while, I'll start closing like I'm going to end, but that's only for the people where the first 30, 35 minutes is going to be public. The rest is going to be, just keep watching. The full video will be on here, okay? Clarified Prince of Sacred Circles. So we've got the Three of Pentacles. See? Teamwork. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Page of Pentacles. Okay. King of Wands. So the Page of Pentacles is the Princess of Pentacles. Is it teamwork? Because this is teamwork. Three of Pentacles, it's a team. But it's Eight of Pentacles is something you would do every day. So Page of Pentacles, either they want you to teach them every day, or they will be teaching you every day something. You might be seeing them every day, but look at all these pentacles. I'm telling you, something about this is like abundant. It brings a lot of abundance. And yet, with the Page of Cups, I feel like whatever this is, see, we go another level. We go from Page of Pentacles, Prince of Pentacles. Now we got the Queen of Pentacles. With the Page of Cups. This is wild. I don't know where I'm getting this, but this is more intuitive. The cards are not saying this. I'm only going off of the fact that this is another level upwards. This person could be related to you through your mother, or even more weird, this person could be coming to you, but it's their mother, the one that really wants to reach out to you. But they're sending like a messenger. Like they're like, go do my bidding. Because Two of Wands is someone making a plan. It's preparation. So this person could be showing up, but they are coming on behalf of someone else. Now, I don't see deceit. With the Moon, you might not know this, but it's not like a willful deceitfulness. It's not like they're trying to, I don't feel a setup. Let me put it that way. I don't feel anyone trying to set you up. I do feel it being shocking, but it could also be that whatever this offer is will drastically change your life. There is that potential as well. Let's see. Let's look at the next row. What's the next row? Oh, Five of Staves. Okay. The Four of Swords. Oh. That was reversed. King of Swords. Oh no, King of Swords reversed. Oh, anytime a king is reversed, it's hell for everybody. Three of Swords. King of Cups. Eight of Swords. Now, Eight of Swords could represent prison. Is this somebody imprisoned? Or it could be a mental prison. We don't know. But we do know that this King of Cups is heartbroken. What's that about? Okay, so I'm not a fan of the King of Swords being reversed, because when the King of Swords is upright, this is somebody who is, literally upright. They're a standing upright citizen. They have high morals, high ethics. They are somebody you can trust. They're somebody who tells you the truth. They are somebody who, oh no, Five of Swords at the bottom with Judgment. They are somebody you can trust. And with the Three of Swords and the King of Swords reversed, this is a lot of swords. Now we got the 4 and the 3, which is the 7. Another thing is that the King of Swords upright could indicate somebody who works for the military, for the government, for the police force, for maybe they're an attorney or a judge. When they're reversed, this could be somebody who does illegal things, which we're also not a fan of. But the Five of Staves, interestingly enough, the Five of Staves usually is like competitive energy. But if you look here, this is a team looking at like what are they looking at? Like a map? Like they're designing something. Look, he's holding an angle here. And he's holding what is it, a compass? Like they're building a design of some sort. So it almost feels like this might be a little bit of a test from this king or the queen, because remember we also had a Queen of Pentacles show up. Oh, let's read these cards first. Let's start with the Three of Swords. What does the Three of Swords mean? I mean, clearly we know what it means. But additional meanings. Three of Swords, the sorrow of separation, especially from family and relatives, a temporary separation to mature or gain perspective, weaning from a deep, there it is, weaning from a deep attachment or addictive dependency. So this person is trying to let go of something. Now, let's read the King of Swords, because that feels extremely connected to this. Reversed. Okay. So when it's weakly aspected, it can mean destruction rather than creation, regression rather than progress, or inversion rather than... So this could be... Okay, so that could just be referring to an introvert. But if it's not just an introvert, it can also mean somebody who's a little destructive. They have... Maybe once upon a time, they let go of drinking, or they let go of some sort of drug habit. Again, remember, something that they used to do a lot. Maybe this is a sex addict. Whatever it is that they were doing, they seem to have regressed. Let's read the Five of Wands, or the Staves, Five of Staves. Discussion, planning, strategies, negotiation, cooperative efforts by diverse groups to achieve a common goal, a pooling of skills and talents to create something. You know what? Oh, I'm sorry. Like thinking while I'm talking and I'm reading. A pooling of skills and talents to create something on a grand scale. You know what I think this is? What it could be? Some time ago, I kept getting this thing about somebody famous coming to you. So this could be that thing. This could be somebody who maybe feels familiar to you because maybe you grew up listening to their voice on the radio, or you grew up listening to their voice on cartoons, or you grew up reading their books. And now they're your fan. But I'm only saying it could be that because it feels like this could be somebody who's well known. Because again, the King of Swords upright I should have read the full meaning of the King of Swords. When the King of Swords is upright, he's the god Izanagi, creative skill, intellectual prowess, using the sword as a tool rather than as a weapon, emerging from chaos or confusion with a plan of action, action following thinking and planning. And then it shows him regressing. So this might be somebody who has a public image that healed from something, and they might have made a whole career off of that, and then they ended up regressing. But with the Four of Swords, they also see you as a healer. Like, they want to learn from you so that they know how to heal themselves. Let's look at the Four of Swords, because I don't feel nefarious. Even if we have the 4 and the 3 could just mean the fact that they want to keep it silent, or they want to keep it hush-hush, which would be understandable if their whole career depends on it. Four of Swords, it says you cannot prevail against greater forces. Release ideals or goals that cannot be actualized. Alternatively, listen to your inner voice and act upon its message. Don't bury good ideas. You know what this is making me think of? Remember when the Princess of Pentacles was talking about this is somebody who cares about children, or they care about the environment, or they care about, what else was it? The earth, I think, or animals. This could be somebody who was fighting, like, they might have been fighting poaching. They might have been fighting destroying the Amazons. Like, they might have been fighting something and they felt like they couldn't prevail, like they couldn't win. And it drove them into this really dark spot emotionally. That's what I'm feeling here. That's what made them regress. Like, they felt powerless. And something about what you do is inspiring this person to not feel powerless anymore. They feel like with your help, they would be able to address this a lot more permanently. Oh, okay. I'm going to stop here. If you are on Patreon, just keep watching. But if you are not on Patreon, then I hope that you sign up so you can see the full thing. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.